Shut the fuck up. That'd be great. I need you to bring that crazy energy. You didn't change your necklaces, right?
No.
Oh, thank God.
I even made my husband bring my ring.
Just in case.
And he was like, I mean, I know you're married. It's fine. You don't need it. And I was like, no, it's like baseball. I got to wear the same socks. I mean,
amen. Oh, my God. I'm like 3 rotations of outfits, and that's it. It's going to be awkward when we're filming it, like, visually, because you're like, does this girl own any other clothes?
They're like, this bitch just wears the same thing every time.
It's like on the cartoon from the 90s. I always wear the same outfit. It's cool. It's like a thing.
It's not like a Donald Duck cartoon where you only wear the top, you're like naked on the bottom.
No, that's you.
I know. My husband calls it Winnie the Poohin'.
Yeah. Or like Tony the Tiger, just a kerchief. That's awkward. That's a whole nother kind of podcast.
Do we want to talk about how you shit the bed last week?
What? How I shit the what?
How you were so awful with recording that we had to like scrap it all.
I should believe that was you. I brought my A game, as in I brought my craziness, and you were like, I'm going to be so depressing and talk about boring things.
And I was like, words are hard.
People are probably going to disagree with this, but it was our first really bad recording. They're like, all of them have been bad. What are you talking about?
They're like, wait, so you thought the other ones were good?
Yeah, no, we usually record like 2 at a time.
Yeah.
Sometimes because we're trying to stay ahead and keep everything like, so we're not last minute. And we recorded, and my God, it was so bad. And sometimes we record it, and then after we're like, you know what? That wasn't good. And then we listen, and we're like, not too bad.
Yeah.
Oh no, we listened and we couldn't even keep listening.
I know.
We had to stop. It was so bad.
So this is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is 2 girls, 1 haircut.
Oh my God. I say it every time. Oh my God.
It was... But circling back, it was really painful to listen to. Like, both times that we tried to re-listen to the episodes.
Oh, it was so bad.
We couldn't even finish it.
We went back at a separate time. We're like, oh, well, we'll re-listen. It'll be okay. You know, we'll hear it again. And we probably were all up in our feelings. No, it was really bad. It was really bad.
So bad that, like, so typically what we do is we'll record. We do it on the weekends. We record. We like go home. We listen to the shit we just said
immediately,
and Mom and Gare will sit there and listen to us because producer Pinky's like, I've already heard you.
He's like, I can't hear it anymore. I gotta get a break.
And they were like,
they're like, your initial questions weren't bad, but then it just kind of gets awkward. And I'm like, yeah, it was so bad. So now we're really paranoid. We're never going to be able to record another episode.
And I messaged you last night, and I was like, I don't know, I'm kind of scared.
No, I told you, just listen to some of our old ones.
Which I did.
And I went better.
I know. I went back and streamed like the first episode this morning, and I was like, oh, we're fucking hilarious. Okay.
You're like, we're not the worst.
I mean, we're not the best, but we're definitely not the worst.
Yeah, I mean, always room for improvement.
Exactly. I think... Boom, boom.
Oh, am I supposed to be here now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I have some questions if you ladies are interested.
Let's do it.
All right.
Hit me with the question.
Number 1, what's something you think that Kiki could get away with that you never could, Jessie?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
And vice versa.
Okay.
So, you know, full disclosure, I usually write the questions.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't think about this like nowadays. Like, I think whenever I think about like a question like this, I'm always like,
back in the day?
Yeah, back to like when we were like in high school or like,
kids or something
like that. But I did kind of come up with something nowadays relevant.
Okay.
And I'm curious if you agree with me or not.
Probably not, but bring it.
So I think something you can get away with now that I cannot get away with is talking shit to Dad. Or at least like
being mean.
Yes, like calling him on stuff. Like, you have this way of being like, I'm going to be so abusive and say something so mean to you that it's going to like rock you to the core and you're going to think about it for the next like 5 days of your life. But I love you.
I would say that's not true, but then he'll text me about it and I'm like, yeah, I was kind of mean. No, it's because like, you always say I don't have a filter. I get away with not having a filter.
Yeah.
Like, I just... And it's not to be mean.
You filter yourself around other people, but apparently not around our parents.
No, I actually do filter. I'm like, you should hear all the things I think and don't say, because I actually am filtering. Mine for you is like back in the day and still presently.
What?
You never help with cleaning up or cooking meals, ever.
That's not true.
When we were in high school, we had like an open door policy. Like, you were in high school because I was younger. And there was like an open door policy that any of your friends could come over and like eat. And I always was the one who like helped mom, had to set the table, had to clean it up. It was your stupid friends coming over, not mine. And it got me so upset that mom had to create a new policy that it was like, whoever's friends come over, that person has to help with the cleanup and the setting of the table. So much so that Jessica never invited anybody over ever again.
I don't remember this policy. Period.
Yeah, because you've emotionally blocked it. You even do this as an adult. Like, you still do it. You come over and you don't help.
That is not true. I'm always like, do you need help? I always ask.
Yeah, but you're like the guy who loads the dishwasher wrong intentionally, so we'll be like, stop doing it.
That is not true. Mm-hmm. I think that you're like annoyed that I'm not helping out more, but then if I'm in the kitchen helping, you're like you're
out.
in the way. You're like, get out of the fucking way.
The only time I can tell when you've actually helped clean up is because stuff's in the wrong place.
Thank
you.
And
we're like, why is the butter here? And we're like, oh, Jesse put it away because it's like not where it's supposed to be.
I feel like Binky really wants to like say something right now. He doesn't let me in the kitchen either.
I thought Kiki said enough there. Right. And I do remember telling you to get out of the kitchen. I mean, like, no, let me do it.
Yeah, he 100%. He'll be like, why are you in my kitchen?
I'm
right
either
now?
yelling at you like, why aren't you in here helping me? Or why are you in here?
Yes.
It's definitely...
No, it's like, why aren't you in here? And then I get in there and you're like, you're in the way. Why haven't you left yet?
Yeah.
Question number 2. What is something that you are weirdly competitive about?
For me, it's everything.
Everything. You are so competitive about everything.
I know.
I was trying to think of a list for you to narrow down, and I was like, I literally can't narrow your list down.
But do you remember, like, during COVID? So during COVID and the whole world shut down and, like, nobody was going anywhere, our mom was going through cancer treatments. And so we had to have a very, very small bubble.
Like, we literally didn't go out or do anything or see anybody.
Because we didn't want her, A, to get COVID, or B, to be exposed because she was already immune compromised. And so it was like every weekend, right? Like every Saturday, we would go over to Dad's house and we would play.
We'd play games.
We would play card games or we would play dominoes.
Like old school.
Yeah, and it would just depend. I want to say Roku. That's not what it is. It was Rummy, right?
Rummy. Yeah, gin Rummy or whatever.
Yeah.
Like the card game.
Yeah, but we
just would say you're supposed to like yell Rummy when you're like ready to. I can't even remember how to play right now. But we would just yell any R word. We're like Roku, Rummy, Ronaldo, like anything that was an
we
R.
couldn't remember
it.
But we had to stop keeping score because I got so damn upset and competitive that it took all the fun out of it.
And it didn't help that I won every single round and did not care.
Oh my God. Well, you know, that's still how it is.
I know.
So we still, like, our family, and it's kind of like it's stuck since then. Like, we still do dinner with everybody on Friday nights. And then sometimes we'll play like dominoes afterwards. And I really only enjoy it
when
if
you're
we're
winning.
Not keeping score.
Or if you're winning, because you're like, but secretly you're still keeping score.
No, I feel like I'm okay if we're really not keeping score, because then I cheat.
I'm into that.
Because
I
like,
love it when a game doesn't count because I totally want to cheat, because you're like supposed to pick up like the number you need from the domino, and instead you just start looking until you find it.
I just keep finding. I'm like, oh, we're playing the benevolent version of dominoes tonight, which means I get to.
People
do what
are like,
I want.
note to self: never invite them to play games. They're gonna cheat. No, I'm like weirdly competitive. I had to ask because I was like, I don't even know, but I'm like weirdly competitive about stuff that matters not at all in life. Like, I want to be the best host. Like, I want to have the best party. I want to throw the best thing. I want to have and I also want to have the best decorations. Like, I want my house to look amazing, that it makes everybody else feel bad about themselves.
So, like, you're basically competitive with yourself and Martha Stewart.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, I raised the bar for everybody else. Like, that's what I care about.
You're like, I grew up in the 90s. Martha was a major thing. Pottery Barn was a major thing. They set the bar really freaking high.
And I want to be amazing. Like, I want people to be like, oh my God, I cannot believe this.
Which makes sense, because you'll be like, oh, we can't have people over. The house is messy. And I'm like, is it?
You're like, one pillow's on the floor. It's fine. I'm like, it's such a disaster. But also I'm competitive about gift giving. Which I already like kind of addressed, because with Tessa's party.
Yeah.
And I said that I was like, here's your gift and let me tell you why it's amazing. And it's like, I'm that person. But it's also because I want to feel like I get you and I got you a good gift. Like, I don't really ever feel like judgmental about gifts people give me. I'm just like, I want my gift to be amazing.
You want it to be recognized.
Yeah.
Question number 3, and I'll answer this one as well. What's the most embarrassing thing that you have Googled recently? And like within the last half hour, I Googled warm seat bidet. Amazon.
Oh, my God. I love it. Love that journey for you. Warm seat bidet. I didn't even think warm seat. I'm just like bidet. Jessie, what's yours?
So I have one that like pops off like in the top of my head immediately, and it's that when we were watching Vladimir recently, I had to Google polyamory.
90% of that show you had to Google. Every time something came up, you would look at me and you're like, what's that?
I'm like, I know what polygamy is.
That's not even the same thing. It's not even close.
But I wasn't sure. And then I was like, they were having this like intelligent discussion about it. And I was like, I'm not sure what that
polyamory.
is.
And you're like, yeah.
But then the thing I Googled last night, and I was like, do I share this? Because I just don't know.
Then yeah, you definitely need to share it.
So I follow this like Substack thread where it's like a prepper, right? This guy is like
like
prepping
for doomsday?
Yeah,
Oh my
doomsday
God,
end of the world.
obsessed.
And one of the things that I focused on in my grad degree was like emergency disaster management. So I feel like that kind of tracks why I would like follow this guy, except for he's crazy. But he's like very right leaning and the world's going to end and all that kind of stuff. And it was like how to survive a nuclear fallout. And I was like, I mean, I watched Chernobyl on like HBO, so I feel like
You got,
well
you know
equipped.
what not to do.
Apparently, there is a website that you can go to. I have to pull it up because it was like so interesting, and I'm not going to like remember the correct. Like,
Is it a website that tells you like how to
oh my
survive?
gosh, it's called Nuke Map. And what you do is
no.
you go and put like
Where you live?
wherever you are or wherever you want to see what the fallout would be. And then
okay.
you can like say, okay, this is what kind of bomb I want. This is like how much damage.
Doesn't this seem like something we shouldn't let the bad guys know about?
Yeah,
They're not listening.
But it was like
It's
a
fine.
school did this, like a
Oh,
university,
yeah,
and like
okay.
somebody did this, and you can like set the like the blast zone, and like you can say where you are in it, like, okay, I'm in a 2-story cement building, and it'll tell you what the
God.
impact is. And so I did it, like if it happened in Atlanta, and I was like curious to see what happened. It shows you the wind patterns.
Yeah, the wind
like,
patterns affected and
where it
everything.
would go. It tells you like how long you
I
would need to
actually
be.
feel like we would be okay because the wind patterns tend
Yeah.
to shift towards Atlanta,
Yeah.
not away.
It goes up towards like the Athens.
Yes, like when you
Gainesville
follow the
area.
rain
Yep.
path.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I went down a rabbit hole about that.
So you're
last
like,
night.
you know, Athens is fucked.
Yeah,
But we're
Athens is fucked, but we're great. So
Oh my God. That
know.
is okay, I'm obsessed.
things
now.
you didn't know
Things
existed.
you wish you didn't know
but-
existed. Mine recently was what is a butter mom?
What is that? I don't even know what a butter mom is.
It's a trending parenting archetype that serves as the opposite of an almond mom.
What's an almond mom?
So a butter mom focuses on nourishing, whole food cooking, generous amounts of butter and fat. And an
Oh.
almond mom's like probably one of those trad wives that doesn't let their kids have sweets.
Oh, because they're like, you're too fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, and someone was like, I'm like, look at me in my butter mom era. And I'm like, what did she say? And I rewound it like 4 times. And I'm like, but what?
When you first said it, I was thinking, but her mom. Like, not butter as in like
No,
the
I'm
thing you
talking-
spread on your toast, but like,
Oh, no, I'm talking straight up like butter.
I feel
Yeah.
like our mom's a butter
She's a
mom.
total butter
well,
mom.
she's like a butter mom wrapped in an almond mom.
She's like a literal 90s butter mom wrapped in an almond mom. God. It's like conflicting ideas. She's a butter mom, but then she shames you as an almond mom. She
Yeah.
makes you the butter mom food, and then she's like, why are you fat? Why are you eating that?
100%.
All right, question number 4. What is something that makes you instantly feel like your younger self?
When I have a spray tan.
Ew.
Why is that ew?
Spray tans are, ugh. That's
Like
so
if
90s.
I have a little bit of a tan somewhere on my body, it does make me feel younger.
Disney World or Disney like show tune like songs. Like if I hear Disney songs, I'm immediately like I feel like a kid.
Oh, I
again.
thought you were asking me. I was like, I don't know what.
No, I'm saying that makes me feel like a kid. Like if I hear Disney stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's a boring answer. I'm just like, the summertime makes me feel like a kid.
Oh, definitely.
I love summer. Like when, like
The
I'm going to sound like a
vibes
crazy
and-
person, but last year when the kids got off the bus in our neighborhood for the last day of summer, I had a bubble machine going in our front yard. Because I was
that.
like, summer's here. We all made it, even though I'm not in school anymore.
And then they're like, soap in my eye.
And then I got sued by all the trad moms.
And then Sadie's inside going,
So he's like, I'll murder you.
Question number 5.
He's like, move on.
If you were arrested, no explanation, your picture shows up on those mugshot websites that pop up on Facebook.
Nice.
What would your friends immediately assume that you did?
oh.
Gare, I had no idea, and Gare said that you murdered your husband.
Me?
No, for me.
Oh, I was going to say the same thing.
He's like, that
I
you
my
murdered me,
husband.
and I was like, no. But
No,
maybe.
I wouldn't think that it's that you murdered him. I would think that it's like you poisoned the neighbor's dog.
I would never do that.
But like,
I
well,
love dogs.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
I mean,
insane that you just... I'm offended by that. I would never
Yeah, but,
poison
like,
an animal. I don't care how much of a dick that animal is.
yeah, you say that.
No, I wouldn't.
but- Okay.
I can't do that.
Okay.
No. Wow.
You're like traumatized.
I'm
about
so
it.
upset that you just said that because I was watching something and a dog died in it, and I was like, I can't watch this anymore. It was Love Story.
Oh.
His dog gets hit by a car, and I'm like, why did
Spoiler alert.
It's
I'm just
like
kidding.
a fraction of a second of the movie. They don't even linger on it. And I was like, I can't watch this anymore. I'm so upset by it. No, mine would be like, because I'm such a rule follower, it would have to be that I like accidentally jaywalked.
That is true.
Because I'm so scared of getting in trouble that like I would not do something bad. And it would be completely on accident.
Mine, see, mine would 100% be for murder, but it wouldn't be for my husband. It would be like somebody that was pissing me off and annoying me, and like,
No, I feel like yours would be that you don't drink anymore really at all. But like, I feel like you would go out, you would get drunk, you're a crazy person, you're
then I'd
rowdy,
pick a fight
and then
with
you
somebody.
picked a fight with someone because you love to
Yeah.
pick a fight when you get tipsy.
yeah, which is why I really don't drink anymore
Yeah.
because like feisty
She
comes
gets-
out so
Oh,
hardcore.
she gets so
like
feisty.
not in a hot way, like in a
No.
oh my god,
Like a chihuahua.
yeah, like it's not a good
and you
look.
think you're like bigger and stronger than you are, and
Yeah.
you're like this tiny little angry dog.
yeah, oh my gosh, that's so true.
It's so true.
That
They
is
put you
really
in the
true.
what do they call it? Like the drunk tank or
Yeah,
whatever.
and I would just be like,
And you would be like, let me tell you something, officer. And I would be like, oh my God, I'm not bailing her out.
Last question, ladies. If your life had a smell, what would it be?
teen spirit. No, I'm kidding. There's that song.
Oh, no, mine would be summertime.
Oh,
Gary always says, because I always have to put on sunscreen because it's sunny here all the time and hot. It's
Yeah.
Georgia. It's never basically ever cold. And then even when you walk in the winter, you could get a sunburn. So like I'm always putting on sunscreen and he always comes up to me and goes, oh, you smell like summer. And I'm like, okay.
mine would be chocolate chip cookies.
Gare's effeminate voice. I love that.
Oh, yeah, that's Gary's effeminate voice. Babe. He's either like, babe, oh my God. Or he's like, babe, you smell like...
Yeah, mine's chocolate chip cookies because
you're always eating chocolate chip
because I'm
cookies.
trying not to be a fatty, and I'm working really hard to like not be a fatty, but I'm always like an inner fatty.
Oh God, yeah. My fatty never goes away. I'm like, I've lost so much weight. And I'm like, but I could totally eat cake for breakfast. We all know how you got here.
Oh,
I like that one.
Hey, I before we get into like the main topic, I have something for you.
Ew, what? Oh my God, Jessica.
That's not the only one.
Jessie. Okay,
So-
she just threw a lightly pink colored dish towel at me. Did you wash that hot pink
Yeah.
sweatshirt with whites?
Yeah.
Have you lost your ever loving mind?
So
You are such a bad trad wife.
I've only been doing laundry for like what 25 years.
Five minutes because you don't do anything for yourself.
And no, I don't do a lot for myself,
I'm
but
so ashamed.
I do laundry for myself. I was so embarrassed. I like washed them, pulled them out of the dryer, and went, "Oh my God, I have
Like
to
a kid
hide
in
these
trouble?
because I was like, I don't need my husband to
But
see these.
is
He
it
will
that
be
you-
like, you're never allowed to do laundry again."
Did
So
you just think that like it wouldn't bleed? You didn't think about
so
it?
here's the thing. I've washed that hot pink like sweatshirt
A bunch?
that I
It
have.
doesn't matter.
I've washed it a bunch.
Doesn't matter.
And I washed it twice the other day. So I washed it in with like a normal
And then washed
dark
it again.
load. And for some reason, you know how when you stick like one of those pods in and then sometimes it doesn't break up right?
Yes,
and
it gets like schmutz on your clothes.
And so I had like the blue schmutz on my
hate
hot
that.
pink sweater. And I was like, no. So I was like, okay, I'm going to wash it again. So I put it in. And here's where I think I messed up.
Here's where I messed up. I thought I could do laundry.
So here's where
I mean, I love the pink vibe.
I know, right?
Everything in your house should be pink.
Everything should be pink. But here's where I think I messed up because I had washed it on cold with other stuff.
You
darks.
didn't do hot.
And then I put it in with the
whites. I wash everything on cold.
Well, but
people can be like, "That's
so."
not
Here's
right."
the thing, because like this is like a dish towel, and I
Yeah.
have this like thing in my mind that like dish towels are dirty.
You
and
should
so
do
they-
it with hot. Yeah,
Yes.
towels and stuff should be hot.
Yes, and
yeah,
so
you're right.
I put it on hot water, and then I just put it in there, not thinking about the hot water would probably make it bleed. And so,
Oh my god!
So it finishes.
I hope Binky shamed you hard.
he didn't because he loves
Oh,
me.
Binky, shame her. I'm there for it.
But like I pulled it out to put in the dryer, and I was like, "Oh no,
No,
And I was like, "I'm gonna get so much crap for this."
I can't believe you did that.
And they're like, and that is honestly one of the better looking ones. Some of them are there's like degrees of pink.
I mean, I guess of all the things to turn pink, that's probably not the worst because you're like you're
know,
just drying
right?
like
I'm
dishes with it and stuff like that.
I'm really glad I didn't throw it in with like Binky's clothes
or like a white button down. You're like, I don't know. I might
lighter
like a
clothes.
light pink button down. That might be a vibe.
I'm like, that's my thing now. I'm just washing
You
it
just wash
with
everything with
it.
pink. Oh my gosh. I see that white shirt you're wearing wasn't washed with it.
I would definitely.
I think I'd like it better if it had a little pink in it, though.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm so excited about what we're talking about. I finally got you to read ACOTAR, A Court.
God bless you.
ACOTAR. A Court of Thorn and Roses.
Yes.
Right? Like I finally got you to read
Things you
it.
do for the pod.
I know. Thank God for the pod.
Honestly, I really only read it because you said there was smut in it. You're like, it's got smut. And I was like, I mean, if you go back to like its episode.
We talked about episode 1.
Do we? Okay,
About
yeah,
me
because we're
reading
talking about
Smut.
Bridgerton Smut.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about it. If you need a refresh, you can go back to episode 1. There's only like 6 episodes at this point. Like
What are
you're
you
not
doing?
You're not really going
You
that
should
far
have listened
back.
to every episode 6 times by now.
But I talk about how like I'm in it for the smut, right?
Yeah.
And you told me you're like, there's fairies and like all this other stuff, and I was like, okay. I mean, like I could go for some smut. Let's read this.
I let you down.
And then I remember at one point it was like 25 chapters in, and I was like, I'm 25 chapters in, and I haven't reached smut yet. What the hell is going on?
In my defense,
You have none.
I apparently remembered nothing from this book. So
And you went back and reread it because you've read the whole series.
So what happened was,
See what happened was
you said to me, no one's had sex yet, nothing's happened, and all these people are stuck wearing masks. And I went, masks? And we'll get to that, but that's a major part in the book. And I thought, oh no, I should probably reread this because I remember nothing. I don't remember the masks. I don't remember the entire 4th act that takes place under the mountain.
Oh.
We'll get to that too.
Okay.
But I completely forgot all these things. So I was like, you know what? You're going to reread the book because you're not going to be able to have an actual conversation about this. And it's a good thing because there are some spoilers that I won't say, but I thought they happened at the end of this book and it doesn't happen till the beginning of book 2.
Well, that makes sense because you kept telling me, you're like, oh, at the end of book 1, everything changes. And
I was like, your
does
entire
it?
world's going to be flipped on its head. And she's like,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
is it?
Did it? And I'm like, no, it didn't. I lied.
Also, I love that this book has been out forever, so
Yeah,
really,
so
like, it's, you know, we're not spoiling it, hopefully,
We're not.
for anybody.
If
I'm
you
just
haven't read it and you don't want spoilers, listen anyways, get spoiled.
and then go read it, and then send us messages
that you're mad at us.
and what you thought about it.
Okay, so we're, like I said, we're talking about ACOTAR Book 1. We're going to read the whole series. We're going to talk about the whole series. But Book 1 is basically like a Beauty and the Beast retelling.
I feel like it's Beauty and the Beast meets Twilight.
A little bit.
It is,
yeah.
right? Where like Bella turns
So,
into the vampire at the
We're
end.
in a world of fae, right? There's fae everywhere.
One of the things that they do is they like literally just dive in. No context, no nothing.
Yeah.
You are in fairyland.
You have
and
read nothing about, you don't really read fantasy.
ever.
And so she has
Actually,
no...
I will say though, Like, I was like, I don't read fantasy. I have no idea what is happening. Da, da, da. And then I was like, oh, I did read Twilight when it came out, and I read all of Twilight.
Yeah, but you're not like in the world of fantasy, like where you know what a fae is. Because you're like, I thought fairies were tiny and cute. And I'm like, no.
Like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, that's not at all. And they're like 6 foot, handsome, you know, shadow daddies or whatever. And so you had no concept of what this. They throw you in, but I feel like most romantic or fantasy books do that. They just kind of throw you in and they're like, we'll fill you in later.
I'm like, give me a branch to like grasp.
There's a book that I started reading one time, and I was reading it on like a Kindle, and I kept going back because I was like, I think it started me on like chapter 5. Like, I don't know what's happening. And I was like in the middle of a scene, and I'm like, what's going on? So it's just like normal.
That was like me for the first third of the book. Actually, no, it's probably more like 2/3 of the book.
Yeah. So in the main story is that like there's this girl, her family's hungry. They're like humans in the real world. She's out hunting in the middle of winter. She is hunting for like deer or something, and she ends up seeing this like giant wolf thing, and to protect herself she shoots it with an arrow and kills it. And then obviously she like skins it to sell the pelt and stuff like that. And then you find out that this is actually like a fae that had crossed over the wall barrier into the regular world, and she had killed it. And this guy's like, this fae thing comes, and he's like, you have to come back to my world because you have to pay for your crimes.
Yep. He's like, bitch, get over the wall. And so, you're going to live there forever.
That character's Tamlin. He's like the main character. Her name is Farah. Farah.
Also, see, that's the thing. I listened to it, and I was really happy I did, because I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce any of these things.
Hold on. Can we talk about the fact that I usually don't do audiobooks. I read it, and then I did a mix of audio and read on this. And it was like the 10th anniversary edition.
Yeah.
So it was like her friend reading it. One, I hated hearing it. I don't like it.
Oh, it didn't bother me.
I didn't like it. But then also, I thought Rysand. Yeah. I thought his name was Rysand.
See, this is why I'm like, there's all these freaking weird names, and they say things in different, like...
Talk about your mind being blown that you've read the entire series and you pronounce a character's name one way. It's written Ryeseden. Rye, like the bread. Rysand. And they pronounce it Rysand. And I'm like, ew, I'm immediately turned off, because I always have been calling that guy Rysand. He's in their others.
See, I don't think I would have pronounced Freya's name the right way either. Like, it's like Frey.
I thought it was Farah, not Freya.
Oh, maybe it is Farah. There we go.
I'm like, no, it's Farah. It's Farah. Yeah, people are like, y'all are so dumb. You can't even get the names right. Yeah, so
they're like, I'm sorry, why?
It blew my mind.
Are you talking about
I had to like hardcore pause the
Did
audio
you have a moment
and have a moment, because I was like, I can't handle this right now.
Do you do what I do when I'm like listening or reading a book, and I try and picture like what celebrity would like play the character?
Yeah, it helps me. Even when I'm reading, I'm like, I need to know. I need to think of somebody who this would be.
Here's my problem. I kept going back to Timothée Chalamet, and I'm like, that man is not like
Timothée Chalamet's
bulk
tiny
enough for like,
and he's not blonde. He's not blonde.
I know. I feel like it's more of a Hemsworth scenario.
Oh, it's totally more Hemsworth.
But like in my mind, I kept like popping to like little Chalamet,
scrawny Chalamet,
and I was like, this isn't working for me.
You're like, ew. Also, he's like half my age. No, I'm just kidding. No. So in the story, then, you know, she's brought into their fae world, and stuff happens.
And it's like Beauty and the Beast, right? It's like, you're here.
You find out over the book that like the fae, different fae have been cursed with different things by this evil character Amarantha. And their curse is one, that they are invited to this masquerade ball, and they're all told to attend by this evil woman, and they're told to wear these masks. And they have higher fae and lesser fae in this book, which I do like that she does. So like the higher fae are the hotties.
I was going to say, they don't really talk about...
It's like a class differentiation.
Okay. But like, I'm saying, like, they were just like, oh, high fae versus not high fae, but like...
So like high fae are like royalty.
Okay.
Think of it like that.
But only the royalty's pretty?
Yeah. Just think of it like that.
That feels right.
And then the rest are like, you know, less attractive, more maybe goblin-y is how I would describe it. But I don't know. That's like what my vibe in my head is. So they all hit the low fae, the high fae. They're all invited from the spring court. There's courts, winter, summer, fall, spring court.
Yeah, and then there's also like noon, day, and night court.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like a whole thing. We're not going to get into the minutia of it. We're just here to talk about the
because
fun,
we can
silly
barely
stuff.
pronounce the names.
We can barely say the names. But the whole idea is that they go and she curses them because they show up wearing these masks, and she's like, you can never Amarantha curses them, and they can never take the mask off in the spring court. So they literally, these characters walk around with a mask.
The whole thing is like, remember, she like takes some of its powers, and she's like,
yes, there's other things. I'm just saying that's one of the main things in the story is he can turn into like a beast on his own back and forth, but like part of their curse, as like if you were thinking Beauty and the Beast, is like he can't take his mask off. So she is surrounded by these different fae, hotties and not, and they can't take their mask off. And when you think about that, it makes the story really weird. When you think about everything they're doing, he has a mask on.
Yeah.
Think about it. They go for a swim. He's completely naked. He's got a mask on.
I never thought about it that way.
It never comes off.
I didn't think about it.
There's a scene where he like bites her neck. His mask is on. Like it's never not on, and it really makes you be like,
well, no. Now I'm thinking about like the scene where they get it on, and he's wearing a mask.
He's wearing a mask. Okay, so we'll get to that in a second, but
that
I wanted to get your immediate, like, so I would say the main tropes in this are like enemies to lovers.
Okay.
Because she's like, I don't like you, and then she ends up being in love with them. And it's definitely like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's also a slow burn, which I love. In my mind, there's a lot of smut and sex in the series. And
I was like, not in the first
I didn't
book.
realize, looking back until I reread it, that like most of that's like one of her later books is banned in schools. Because it's so like,
which one is that?
Yeah, I know. We'll get there.
Do we need to read them in order?
Just a second, I just like read that one and we just talk about that one. Because in my mind, I'm like, oh, they're all like inappropriate, and then I'm reading this and I'm like, this is really tame.
Yeah, and I was like, I feel lied to.
So what you usually do is people will rate it.
Okay, rate what?
The book.
Okay,
on a spice level. So like how many? Like out of 5 chili peppers.
Okay, and
spice is like hotness, romantic. Like how?
Oh, it's like a 2.
Oh, I was like a pepper top. I was like the top of one pepper.
I mean, I feel like 1 is none.
Oh, I guess.
And so,
well, yeah, one
in
is
my
like,
mind, 1 is none.
Yeah.
And so 2, meaning there's something, but not much.
Okay, so you're generous. I was like, it's like the pepper cap. Yeah. Okay.
Got a pepper bar.
Oh my god. Okay, so your general take on Tamlin. So that's the main love interest. You were shipping.
I was shipping hard. What's his face? Lucian.
His like number 2.
Yeah,
like works for him.
I was like, they definitely have this like, fuck off, I hate you
tension,
dynamic,
like a tension.
Yeah, because it's like they're like, and I was like, I kind of love that because I was like, oh, hate each other and then do it. Tamlin, I think at first really. No, not at first. Like the whole thing, he just kind of annoys me.
Yeah, I will say there were so many people who were like into Tamlin's character in book 1,
but I feel like there isn't much of a character.
And now I'm going to give you my opinion from the first time I read it because I know spoilers, right?
Okay.
So like I'm not going to say that on this episode we're talking about right now. But my initial take was always like, I really don't get it. Why does everybody like Tamlin?
Yeah.
I did. Also, I'm not into blondes. Sorry, no offense, but a guy that's a blonde, I ain't into it.
Says the blonde.
Yeah, I'm a blonde. Girls are blonde. Boys are brunettes. That's how my brain works. My husband's a brunette. I'm like, I don't like the blondes. But I'm like, I just kind of, I liked the scenes between them. Like, so they have a slow burn. It's definitely like building. And there's a scene where they have tension between him, and there's like this. To get the magic working in their world, they have this like passage where basically the Fae have to have sex.
What are you talking about?
Colin May? It's like the scene.
Oh, yes.
So it's like a party, and it's like the lead Fae have to like have sex like with whoever they want, and it like releases magic and like for spring, and it like helps the world that they're in like thrive and live.
It's like it starts spring. It kicks off spring. We have sex.
And spring kicks off. And so
happens.
They're like, girl, don't come to this. It's sprung, all right. They're like, girl, lock yourself in your room and don't come. And she's like, but I heard
they're like, really but cool. They're outside and they are coming.
And they're like, there's music and drums and I want to dance. And they're like, we told you not to come. And she shows up at the thing, and they're like, you got to get out of here. He's going to smell you. And you don't really know that, like, Tamlin's into her at this point. You're not really sure. Like, he's very awkward with his flirting, and you can't tell if he likes or hates her.
He's very reserved.
He's very reserved. And so, and she's kind of vibing on him.
And that's the thing, is, like, I want someone direct. I want someone who's like, I like you. You know?
Okay.
And so for him to be all like,
But on the scene, like, they get her out of there. They're like, go back. You can't be here. He's basically going to, like, fuck whoever he wants, and we can't let that be you. You know, and then she runs into him in the house after, in their giant manor, and he's like all up on her, and he's like sniffing her, and he's like, oh, I was looking for you and I couldn't smell you.
See, and
like,
that was the first time I was like, all right, Tamlin.
Yeah, you were super into it, and then you forgot he had a mask on.
Yeah, and then he bit her, and I was like, oh, he's wearing a mask.
He bites her neck, and that's like
see, and I was like, I was there for that.
There's like the first hotness in the show for sure. But yeah, it's super weird when you think that he's always wearing a mask in every scene.
Well, and he's like, I'd have been gentle with you, and you're like, okay.
I was like, Jessica's gonna love this.
It just got hot in here. What happened?
So clearly you liked that.
Well, that scene, yeah.
Yeah, for me, Tamlin, like, I was never into Tamlin. I actually really liked Rhysand.
Oh, yeah.
Rhys. I was like, I want Rhys. I want him to be like who she's with. That's who, I don't know.
But that's so weird because he's like a cocky son of a bitch.
I know.
And you don't like cocky sons of a bitches.
I know, but it's this book world. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
the other thing that pisses me off about Tamlin is like the whole time he's under the mountain, he's just like Mr. Stoneface, no emotion.
So in the book, basically, she has to go... to break the spell, she has to say, I love you. Like, the idea is that somebody who used to hate the Fae have to be able to change their mind and love the Fae.
Yeah, it's very Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, very Beauty and the Beast. And that's
to find someone and love them.
That's her, right? Mm-hmm. And he had like 7 times 7 years or something. I don't know.
49. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm saying is that's how they phrase it, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I don't do math. So a long time. But not a long time because they're like, they live forever. And so I'm like, she has to say it. He sends her away. She doesn't say it yet.
Because
he ends up loving her, and he's like, I want to save her from what's coming.
Let me say, he told that bitch he loved her 3 fucking times.
And she never says anything.
And then sends her away, and she doesn't say it once. I was like, girl, what is wrong with you?
We're about to get to her because I know you freaking hate her character.
Stand her.
I like her, but you don't like her. And she goes and finds him under the mountain again with Amarantha, like, because he gets called back because his like curse is ending.
Fails the
trial. He can't get her to say it.
Fail.
A major fail.
Even though he's like, I love you. Oh, by the way, I love you. And
did I say I love you?
You're leaving. Just so you remember, I love you.
She's like, I mean, I'm cooling on you.
She's like, I mean, slow your roll.
She's like, ew, clingy much. I'm not into it, bro.
She's like, where's Lucian?
Read a room. Is Lucian taking me back? I'm into that. No, so she goes to like save him, and then she's there and has to go through all these trials, and he never says anything or sticks up for her or says I love you, or
sitting next to
he
Amarantha.
sits next to her. And she thinks that he is like being controlled by her, like, oh, she is making it so he can't talk. And I was like, you pussy. I hate that word. And I was like, I hate this guy. Why won't he be a man and do something?
Yeah, agreed.
Oh, maybe. Okay, so we both agree Tamlin sucks.
He's kind of the worst.
You also hate Feyre, the main girl. I like her. But I mean, I think it's because you also got to remember, like, she doesn't know the stuff you know. She's been through a lot. Like, cut the girl some slack.
I think the thing that bothered me the most is she's a whiny bitch. Like, in her own head, she's like, I mean, and I want to do this, but I can't, and oh, and da-da-da, and me, and you're just like, suck it up, bitch. Either, like, be the empowered woman that you are, and kill the damn wolf, and, like, suck it up and be proud, or be the, like, you know, whining, like, snivelly girl,
like, pick one
child, you know, that you embrace at other times. Yes, like, one or the other. Even, like, man up or don't. Like, and that's what bothered me.
You do feel a little bit like, yeah, she's taken away from her home, but her sentence for, like, killing that wolf / Fae is that she just has to live an amazing life in his manor.
Yes, exactly.
He's like, you have
it's
to
so hard here.
You have to leave your
eating all the good food and like hot people around me.
You have to leave your terrible family who hate you and are really awful. Like, her family's
literal worst.
They suck hard. And you have to come to this amazing place where it's like the perfect temperature all the time. I mean, right there.
Take care of you.
People take care of you. They treat you like nobility. You're safe. You get to eat, and you get to paint all day, which is all you've ever wanted to do, because she's like an artist, and all she's ever wanted to do is paint. And he's like, I'll get you all the paint you want, girl. I got you paint left and right. Here you go. And she's
Here's
like,
a gallery. Go put all your shit in there.
And she's like, but like, are you cool or not? And I'm like, that's your sentence, and you still can't like get on board.
Well, and I also don't understand, because it's like, this bitch will like go out into the woods and like trap some kind of fairy thingy that tells you the truth.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like taking out the naga, which I didn't know a naga was a thing. I thought like naga hide was just like words that people made up. Like,
naga hide is like a joke people say when they're like, it's faux leather, and that's like such a thing
like,
from when we were kids.
A naga is a thing. And so it's like she's out there like taking down the naga with like her arrows and like capturing this thing and like doing all this stuff, and then she gets back and she's like, but what does Tamlin think of me? And I was like, all right,
who cares? Tamlin's the worst. Move on.
I'm like, ugh, bitch.
Yeah.
You're driving me crazy. Also, it took me a really long time to like get into the book, because Sarah J. Maas, isn't that the author?
Yeah, Sarah J. Maas.
Bitch takes like 10 years to say one thing. I remember like in like chapter 5 or 6, she was talking about a fork, and there was like 5 sentences about the fork and utensil, and I was like, you got to be kidding me right now.
Just because like 5 sentences about a fork, and that whole love scene was only 2 pages.
Thank you. I was like, also, the only person who's allowed to be long-winded around here is me. Thank you very much. Like, I need you to like move it on. Like, keep going.
Yeah. So like, my favorite character, one of my favorites, which then is in a lot of the books later, is Rhysand, which I always want to say
Rhysand.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're just going to call him Rhi.
I don't know, because I listened to it, so that's how they said it, and that's what I'm saying.
We're going to say Rhi.
Okay.
Rhi. He is like the ultimate shadow daddy. Okay. He's like very powerful.
So, but here's the like thing, is like they're setting it up for like the two of them to hook up later. And so like, is she going to be hooking up with both these like fairies?
I guess you have to read the second book.
God damn it.
They've got you now. Yeah, so he, in the world that you know so far...
If she was going to be an intentional hoe, I think I'd be down for it. But I can see her being that conflicted hoe that's like, but I like both, and they have such great qualities, and I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm just like...
I think what you're going to find is, moving forward, that she makes some...
That Lucian's the best?
Decisions. She becomes decisive.
Oh, well, good. I'm ready for that book.
Yeah, I feel like she becomes very different moving forward. Like, I actually think that...
Also, how much of the next book is going to be, oh my god, I'm a fairy in my new body, and like, look how fast I am, and you know, oh, I just feel so different.
Yeah, so like at the end of the book, she has to go through these trials,
and she ends up dying.
She has to go through like 3 trials by this evil Amarantha. She's like, okay, I'll give you...
And she outsmarts her, but then bitch is mad and kills her.
Yeah, she's like, and you know, Fae are very tricky in the fantasy world. They're like tricky. They say stuff you can't actually know what they're talking about. Like, they'll say one thing, but then they don't phrase it right.
Did you know the answer to the riddle before?
Yes.
Like before they said it?
Yeah, did you?
Oh, god damn it. No.
So she gives her these 3 trials, and they're like physical trials. But then she's like, okay, you can also have all this end and get Tamlin back
if you can figure out this riddle.
If you can figure out the answer to this riddle. I knew immediately what the answer was.
Bitch.
I didn't know that you didn't know. I thought it was really obvious.
No.
It's so obvious.
I think it shows a lot of control that, like, I didn't Google it or ChatGPT it to be like, what is the answer to this riddle?
See if I can pull it up right now.
Oh my gosh. It's so ridiculous.
Okay, here we go. Here's the riddle, because I want to see if anybody else can get it.
If they haven't, like, read the book.
There are those who seek me a lifetime, but never we meet, and those I kiss, but who trample me beneath ungrateful feet.
Okay.
At times I seem to favor the clever and the fair, but I bless all those who are brave enough to dare.
Okay.
By and large, my ministrations are soft-handed and sweet, but scorned, I become a difficult beast to defeat. For thou each of my strikes lands a powerful blow. When I kill, I do it slow. Now, I feel like
I feel like in
super
hindsight,
obvious. The answer is love. And it feels very obvious because the whole thing is that she won't tell him she loves him. That's like the underlying like theme in the book, is that she needs to give in to love.
Yeah, but haven't we talked about before, like, subtlety is not my, like, strong
It's really
suit.
not. A scorned lover, but scorned, I become difficult.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, I'm like, I get it, but, like...
No, I knew immediately.
In the moment,
and
I was like, I don't know, revenge?
Just because, like, chocolate?
Bunnies?
No, I mean, I knew it, but then the whole thing is that she does figure it out, but then Amarantha's like, I never said I'd release you right away, and then she, like, kills her, and all the High Fae give her a gift, which is, like, a small part of them, to turn her into a Fae and bring her back to life. So now she's there for good in the rest of the book, and she's a Fae. She's turned into a Fae. She's probably going to have powers. We don't know what yet. She's going to have abilities like all the High Fae. Yeah, I was very... I don't think that ACOTAR, the first book, is a great... Just like foray into like...
Foray?
I can't speak. I don't think ACOTAR is like... It's not a good lead-in
Okay.
into what the series is.
Okay.
Because I feel like it changes drastically after this. And like I said, I remembered some stuff and I thought it was in this book, and it's at the very beginning of the next book. And yeah, so one other thing really quick I want to ask is, so at the end, when everything's done and she's like, I'm alive again, and they're going to go back to their spring court, and she goes and has a conversation with Ree,
Yeah.
and
Yes, he has this thing on his flash on his face, and then he like, what was that about?
do you have any idea? I'm not going to tell you. I know.
No,
what
I
it's
have no
about.
fucking clue.
You didn't have any. You don't.
No, I was like, is there a ghost standing behind her? Like, what is that? Did Tamlin like pop up behind? And he was like, I'll fucking gut you.
Like low key trying
That's
to
what
threaten.
I was thinking. Like, and then she turns around and Tamlin's there, and he's like, "Bitch, I took off the mask for you." Like,
they're having like a conversation, and he's going to say goodbye, and then all of a sudden he has this flash. Like he's like, "What?" And he looks at her like surprised, and then he's
is it because
like,
she's like, "I'm going to miss you," mentally thinking that, and then
I don't know. I can't tell you.
Oh, God damn it.
But he disappears, and she's like, "What was that about?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Wait till the next book."
Do they say it? Like,
you find out.
Yeah, but
eventually.
like, at what chapter in the next book? Like, do I have to read like half this book to figure it out, or?
I don't know. I haven't reread the second book yet.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so now you're officially a part of the ACOTAR family. I'm excited because I had no one to talk to
I know.
about this.
I'm not really sure. I usually
just
part of the family.
I usually just tell Mom, and I'm like, and then Mom, there's this court. And she's like, that's great, sweetie. She has no
I
idea
feel
what
like
I'm
I'm
talking
a
about.
reluctant member of this
No,
family.
I'm telling you, I think that's why I'm saying I don't think it's a good example for the rest of the series. Like, I just don't think it represents it. I think you're going to start reading book 2 and be like, oh, this is so much better.
Okay.
No, I'm telling people, I'm like, the first book's terrible. You should read it. It's not terrible.
No,
it's
not. It's not terrible. I think for someone who is going in, who's like bring on the fairy smut, it was disappointing.
I think you're going to realize why people love this series.
Okay.
Like, this is a beloved series, and I think you're going to finally get it when you get to book 2.
But you know that like after like, so I will read and listen to books. Like
You do both. Yeah, a mix.
Honestly, I have like books I listen to on audio because I drive in and out and
For
commute
work.
to work.
Yeah.
And then I have books that
You're not listening to the podcast?
No, I do that too.
Okay. We need some listeners.
I know. We need some streams. And so then I have books, you know, that are like the physical book that I'm reading at night, right? And so I have different things. But I feel like the next one, I went to look it up on Audible because I was like, I have Audible. I can listen to it for free. And I was like, oh, let's see. And I was like, 23 hours.
I think
and I was
you're
like,
a fast reader.
And I was like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But also, yes, because I'm like, I could read it so much faster.
You could read
than
it in
that.
half the time. You read
Oh,
I don't.
I do. I read
I'm
so
not a
fast.
fast reader, but you and I can read the same book and sit there at the same amount of time clocked, and you will have read it in half of the time I read it.
Oh, absolutely. I read ridiculously fast.
and I also-
but I feel like there was so much value in listening to it because I wouldn't have gotten half the names.
Yeah, but now that you have the names, you can move on.
I know, but you
And
know
who
they're gonna like be
cares?
introducing stuff that like
So
this is
look
her
it up.
first time.
Look it up. Because I think, unless it's like, I feel like all fantasy should be a British accent reading it. We've said this before. And if it's not, I'm like, I'm not there. And I just feel like I like it better in my head.
your own
so I
tone and register.
prefer how I read it and how I'm taking it in. And also I hate it when women try to do men voices. They're like, and I'm like, we do it all the time.
Mean like the thing that we do
but
every single episode?
I don't read books, okay? Like out loud for people. I'm not the one being like, and then Tamlin said, like, nobody would hire me for that. So I think you'll enjoy it more when you read it.
I don't know. Maybe Sarah J. Maas is going to hear us hating on her book and then be like, this girl needs to read the newest one.
I love how she does men's voices and then Tamlin. No, I think you're gonna love it. I think it'll be good.
I mean, I think I'm down to read more.
Well, you don't have a choice. We're doing it. So if you're
Thanks.
listening and you haven't read it, or you have and you want to like keep up, we're gonna have an episode or two between. We're not gonna go like straight
because
into
23 hours is gonna take.
it's gonna take her.
It's gonna take a minute.
It's gonna take her like 3 hours to read it.
Yeah,
because she's fast. So, like, next episode, no. So, in a couple episodes, and then we'll have it all, like, categorized together, and you can listen to us talk about ACOTAR.
All right, but if I'm reading ACOTAR, that means you have to finally watch Wicked.
Okay, fine. I'll watch Wicked.
I still cannot believe that you have not watched Wicked 1 or Wicked 2. You've seen the musical on Broadway, but you haven't,
I'm obsessed with the
watched
musical.
the movie.
Okay,
And-
I'll watch it. I'll watch it,
I'm
and we
just
can talk
saying,
about that,
I have
too.
major problems with this.
It's give and take.
I would prefer
Just to take.
Just
I
to
know.
take.
Yeah. No, that's not how this works.
All right. Well, this is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, this is Jessie. Real quick before you go, if you aren't doing this already, please don't forget to follow us, rate us, and leave us a review. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, YouTube, and iHeartRadio. But 5 stars only, people, because really, who needs that kind of negativity in their life? And if you've made it this far, you're basically family now. So act like it and share the episode. Okay, bye.